Welcome back to HDNet Fight's special presentation, The Voice versus Joe Rogan.
Okay, now we're going to get into the juicy part of this very special show. It's time for us to do some fantasy matches that will have you salivating. As I asked Joe, what would happen if the fighters I commentate on Dream Cards fought the fighters he commentates on the UFC? The big match, the big fantasy match for me has to be Alistair Overeem versus Brock.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, bring it on.
Fight. That's if Alistair can pass a piss test. That's very, you know, I mean, I don't want to cast any, you know,
hey, same goes for Brock as well. And I'm not saying anything, but,
true.
you know.
Well, he passes him, though. We know he passes him, though.
There are ways, Joe.
Are
there are ways.
Well,
anyway, that's a topic for another time.
It is. If you look at Brock when he was younger, though, man, when he was younger, he was a fucking gorilla.
Yeah.
His neck was this big when he was 12, you know? That guy, that's a freak athlete.
Yeah.
There are dudes that just have freak genetics, and you can take all the steroids in the world, but you're not going to have those lunchbox fists. I mean, that guy's got
It's all horse meat with Alistair. You know that. He eats horse meat.
Yeah.
That's the diet.
I saw the whole thing on him when he was eating 8 times a day and showing all the food that he eats, you know. Look, obviously the guy trains incredibly hard. Obviously he's very talented, you know. I don't know what he's doing, you know, but he's fucking huge. I mean, I never seen a guy that big.
Dude's a freak.
A striker.
Dude's a freak,
You know, I mean, he doesn't look like a striker. He looks like a bodybuilder.
Bro,
you know?
I don't care who you are. Any fighter in the world, if Alistair Overeem puts you in a stand-up clinch and knees you, you are fucking out.
You're fucked.
You're out.
You're fucked. That knee that he hit Fujita with, God,
the knee he hit Teixeira with in the K1 Grand Prix, I thought he fucking killed him.
Yeah, I mean, it was like he got shot by a sniper.
Right.
Like, bam.
Right.
Yeah, he's so powerful. And the way he throws guys to the ground, too, in K1, just ragdolls them.
But could he ragdoll Brock?
No. No, I think, well, he's a really good submission guy, too. Alistair has a really good guillotine.
Yeah.
You know, his submission game is very underrated, and people forget about it because he's so good at kickboxing. But, look, he submitted Vitor. You know, he's fucking good, man. His submissions are very good. The real thing with him is, would he be able to deal with the size of Brock, the fact that the guy's going to come in at probably like 290, maybe close to 300 pounds. I mean, he's going to cut weight to get to 265. He's going to get on top of him. He's going to try to put, I mean, if he can take him down, and if he can hold him down in a position and start slamming those fucking cinder blocks into his head. That's the big question with Brock. Is there's guys that I think are more technical. You know, they have a more well-rounded game overall.
But no one mentions the physicality.
The physicality and the rage.
Yeah.
There's a rage in that guy.
Yeah.
You know, like after he beat Frank Mir, when he looked at the camera and spit out his mouthpiece, and he's fucking yelling and screaming and spit's flying out. That shit's real. That's not an act.
Yeah.
You know, that's a guy who just destroyed his enemy in the octagon. He's still not satisfied, and he's just overflowing with rage, screaming at the camera, spit flying. That's some scary shit.
That's like the missing link right there in Centurion, man.
I would say
that's like from the Viking era or something.
Exactly.
Right?
I would
Put
say
some horns on his head.
We lived 3,000 years ago. Brock Lesnar would be on the biggest horse with the biggest sword at the front of the line, just fucking lopping off heads. That's what he's here for, man. That guy's here to fight. And that rage is not something you can manufacture. That's you either have that or you don't. That explosiveness, the power, and his wrestling talent, his ability to dictate where the fight takes place. Very few guys can stop his shot. When he decides to take you down, he's running across the octagon at you.